Welcome to another daily update here in the TandemCTelevision studios, and we've got a brand new scale Coke machine that we need to make look a lot older, and that's just what we're going to do. Don't go anywhere. I've got the scale Coke machine, a 10th scale Coke machine that we used to use in the old Creepy Crawler's garage. Now that garage was in present day. When we were filming in that garage, it was present day, but this Coke machine is actually going to go in the new garage, which is going to be in 2084, so it's 60 years in the future. So not only is this already an old machine for today, but it's going to be 60 years older in the setting that this is going to be filmed in. So we're going to have to make this machine look a lot older, and I thought we'd start with some sandpaper and rough up the edges and just sand off the gloss coat. But this machine's made of two different materials. It's got a metal body, but then it's got some plastic pieces too. So I actually start by sanding on the back side and sanding some of those plastic pieces and the metal parts to see just what it's going to look like, kind of as some practice sanding. And I think both are going to be okay. So I will go ahead and flip back to the front side, sand down, hitting the edges where I think there would be a lot of wear, and also just pretty much sanding off all the gloss coat from it. As I was sanding it down, I came across what I think Bob Ross used to call a happy accident. As I was sanding the white part of the top part of the machine, it loaded up the sandpaper with some of the white paint, and as I went back and sanded across the red part, it left streaks, or it left some of that white in the red body of the machine, and I really liked the way that looked, so I actually incorporated it. I would sand some of the top, some of the white, and then sand into the red where I wanted to get some of that white incorporated into the red, which gave it a really weathered look. I really like the way that turned out. It's one of those happy accidents. Now that I have it sanded down and looking like how I want it, I want to give the whole thing a dull coat, or a coat of flat clear, but I want to tape up the windows first. I don't want to dull coat those just yet. So I go ahead and tape those up, and I take it out to the booth outside and give it a coat of just some flat clear, a top coat of flat clear. The flat clear coat is going to seal in all that sanding we just did. So the white that sanded into the red, this will seal it in, and so when we start adding layers on top of that, won't affect what's underneath there. And that's how we're going to do this weathering effect, is in layers. So this is an on top of already painted weathering effect. So we could have gone back and just repainted the whole machine. We could have used the salt process. We could have used hairspray. We could have done all different processes. But this is what I'm showing you is an on top of. So something that's already painted, and now we want to weather it. So that's why I want to seal that in, and now we can add layers on top. And in fact, we'll seal in layers as we go. And I'm going to start with some black wash. So I'm going to use a black wash basically to bring out all the lines in the machine. So I added into the lines, into the, you could say body lines or creases, and just bringing some depth to the machine. It gives it kind of a grimy look too, so I let gravity pull some of that black wash down just to give it a bit of a dirty look. But I'm going to start with just a black wash. And now we're going to go to a layer of a lighter color. And I'm going to use a bone white color, a bit of an off-white color. And I'm going to use a very dry brush effect. I'm going to load the brush, but then I'm going to dry it out a lot and just brush this in. And it kind of stripes across the machine. From looking at some photos online, it looked like you would get some lighter weathering streaks across. I'm sure that probably has to do with structure on the inside of the machine. So I want to just really real dry brush this in, these stripes kind of around the machine. I'm going to do about 3 stripes around. And the next layer I'm going to do is with some dry silver pigment. So I'm going to try to blend this lighter coat, or these lighter stripes, back into the red, back into the machine. And I'm going to use this silver pigment to do just that. I'm going to come back in with another dry brush coat, and I'm going to be using some earth tones or an earth brown. And what I want to do is use a very dry brush again, just like before, keeping it very dry, but using this earth brown in between those lighter color stripes. So I'm going to try to work on top of that red, kind of brown it up a little bit, give it a little bit of a rusty, dirty look. Again, blending in between those white stripes we've already done. And like before, I'm going to go back to the dry pigments and use the rust color to blend in the brown we were just working on, trying to keep everything looking as natural as possible. Now we're really starting to get somewhere, and I think we're getting a good base here. So what I want to do is go back to the spray booth and give it another coat of flat clear, really seal this in so that when we start adding the next layers, because these next layers coming up are really going to be the dirty, grimy layers, I want to seal in this base, and I don't want to affect that coming up. With the flat clear coat dry, now I want to go to a brown wash, and this is where we're going to really start making this thing look old and give it some age. And I'm going to use the brown wash on the undersides of overhangs and on the undersides of different features on the machine, and really put it on heavy and let gravity pull it down, let it run down the machine. Now I might use the brush and I might use my finger a little bit to manipulate that some to keep it go in the directions I want it to go, but I really want to just use gravity and let gravity do the work. Now it's starting to look really old and grimy, but we got one more trick. And if you've been around this channel for a while, you know this trick. I use it all the time. It's homemade rust paint, essentially. If you're new to the channel, or if this is the first video you've watched, basically what I've done is I've taken some steel wool, put it in a jar, added vinegar, and let that sit outside for a while, outside in the sun, and it literally creates a rust paint. And that's what I'm gonna be using here. And I'm gonna really use it liberally. So, like I said, if you've seen the channel before, you've seen this done. I'll really let this run all over the machine. It really makes it rusty and dirty, and we can always go back and wipe back some of that. So if you add too much, you can always take it off. So don't worry about going overboard. Really give it some grime and give it some rust. We can always work it back. That's really looking good, but I do want to work in a little bit of the lighter rust tone. So I go back to the dry pigment, and I'm going to use the brush end of my brush and just work in some of that rust dry pigment just to bring a little bit of a lighter color, give it a little more of a layered rust look. I'm liking how that looks better. I like how we have some variance in the color of the rust now with that dry pigment on there. But it is a little streaky looking. To me, everything looks very streaked. So there's something I want to do, which I think can help with that. And I'm going to take it over to my airbrush booth, and I'm just going to splatter it with some black paint. Basically, I just load up an old toothbrush with some black paint, and I just give it a little splattering. So basically, it's going to add little dots of different sizes all over the machine, and just gives it an effect. It'll break up that streaky look a little bit. I love the way this is turning out. I think it's starting to look really good. But keep in mind, this machine lives in an automotive garage. This is where when the mechanics go on break, they'll go and get them a soda, whatever. So I want to make this look like it belongs in a garage. So I'm going to add some stickers to it. Just some little stickers just to give it that touch that says, yes, this belongs in an automotive garage. I dirty up those stickers a little bit, and I think we're done. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Think it turned out pretty well? Let me know down there. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, got a little something else I want to talk to you about. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. Now, the nice folks over at Super Clean, they sent me some of their product. In fact, they sent me some of their heavy-duty degreaser, and they sent me some of their wheel cleaner. Now, I don't know if they know, but you know, we do a Let's Find Out series here on the channel, and they've told me that this is some of the best product on the market, so I say we find out. And in fact, I've got a vehicle outside right now that has 4 wheels on it that could really use a cleaning. So what I say we do is we'll use some of their wheel cleaner to clean one of the wheels, and then I'll get 3 more of the top products on the market right now, most popular products on the market right now, and we'll clean the other 3 wheels. So basically we'll clean 1 wheel with each product, and we'll see if Super Clean comes out on top. And then I think we'll do the same thing for the degreaser. In fact, I believe this says driveways. Yep, says it right there, driveways on the bottle. So what I think I'll do is I'll get 3 more degreasers that work on driveways, because I need to clean the driveway at the old studio before we move out. And I think what I'll do is I'll section it off into a big square and do each corner of the square with a different product, and we'll see if Super Clean comes out on top. We'll find out. Now, don't worry. I know we're doing also a Let's Find Out video on polycarbonate paint, or paint for RC bodies. I'm working on that now. I'm actually doing that now. So don't worry, that's coming too. I do want to knock this one out first. They were nice enough to send me this product, so I want to go ahead and get the video out. I'm going to do it very honestly. We're going to literally find out, is this the best product on the market amongst the popular stuff out there? If there's certain products, either wheel cleaner, so this is spray on and wash off wheel cleaner. If you have a wheel cleaner you like to use, let me know down in the comments. I want to try to use what's most popular. Also with a degreaser or a driveway cleaner, let me know down in the comment down below, and I'll try to include those in this. I'm going to just use 4 products just because of the kind of the way it works. I think that's going to be the best way. So let me know, and I'll try to pick some of the most popular products to use in this comparison in this Let's Find Out. And like I said, don't worry, the polycarbonate paint video is coming also, so look for that, but it's just going to be at a little later time. It's taking me a little more time to put that one together. I think this one will go together pretty quick. So again, let me know down in the comments, what do you want to see in this comparison? And if you'd like to help support the channel, guys, hit that join button down below. We're doing an exclusive build. In fact, we're doing an exclusive build on one of Fern Solo's vehicles, and it just arrived here yesterday, just literally yesterday, I think it was. So we're about to get really working on that, and that's an exclusive build we're doing for channel subscribers, so hitting that join button down below, or patrons. So if you also want to just go to the Patreon page, join up over there, you can get in on this exclusive build we're doing. We're doing a 3D printed engine for his D90. So go check that out if you want to, either join the page or go to the Patreon page. And there's also a lot of other perks you get either way there. And hit that subscribe button. If you've watched this far, hit this. We're coming up on 5,000 subs, and I'd love to get there maybe even this month. I think we could hit it this month. So if you've watched this far and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We got I think it's going to be a really cool series coming out, CCG 2084 coming soon, and you want to be updated when that comes out. So hit that subscribe button down there. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Leave me those comments down below, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.